Game on. Doesn't seem like the appropriate entrance to this one. Game on. I don't know. I s- I've known about this YouTube channel for a while, Soft White Underbelly, and I've watched some of the Whitaker videos before, the Whitaker family. That's it's like an inbred family in West Virginia. It's horrifying. I don't think I'm scared of like scary movies anymore because I'm not finishing that. That was way too fucking dumb to say, but it's terrifying. The level that you can, and it's like, I was talking to my friend about stuff. I was just gonna say, like, when you get to a point of like if someone is uneducated enough, which is weird because you're talking about like the minimum that something could be, but enough, the word enough is more of like a term that would be used to like to be like to to describe like the maximum almost. But whatever. I digress. It's and I don't think it's like an uneducation. I was talking to my and I want to be careful about that word because uneducated, dumb, smart, intelligent, like all these words to define intellect. It's it obviously it comes in different forms. It comes in different forms, so it's obviously you can have one form of intelligence and not have other forms of intelligence. And to assume that education only refers to facts and figures education is, I think, something like a stereotype that we need to break out of, an assumption that we need to break out of, that we need to wrap our heads around. And you see this shit all the time, and like what is it like the not see it but like you've heard like there's sayings that describe this exactly. The monkey knows, if you ask the monkey how to swim, it's it's going to fail, but if you ask it how to climb a tree, it's going to excel. Same with the fish. It's like these, I don't know the exact saying, I just butchered that, but that's the idea. Like you ask a fish to climb a tree, it's going to fail. Whatever, you get it. I don't know what I'm trying to fucking talk about. I just horrified myself at 5 o'clock in the morning, and now I just need to like say something out loud to know that things are different. That situation doesn't apply to me. I don't have to like think about that. Like what I was gonna say before is the like horror movies, like scary movies. It's like, dude, there's monsters in real life. Holy shit! And that's the thing is like these individuals, and what I'm talking about is not just like that inbred family. It's everything on Soft White Underbelly. That's where this. I think that's like I've known about this channel. Like I said before, I've known about this channel for years, but just stumble upon it every once in a while. But he's also got like interviews with like a psychologist. So I'm actually like pretty excited to listen to some of those. But you can only listen to like fucked up shit for so long before it's like, Jesus Christ, it's not about race, sex, gender, whatever the fuck. What color your hair is, who gives a flying fuck about that shit. It's it's human beings trying to find happiness and feel, and that they maybe they don't know it yet, but they're trying to feel happy. They're trying to bring joy, get that whatever dopamine or serotonin or whatever the fuck it is. And in doing so, immediately harm others, like immediately, and then prolonged sense of harm or source of harm. And it's surprising to me how colloquial the term butterfly effect is, but it's like you start wrapping your head around all of the horrors that occur every day and start thinking about, I don't know, but in my experience with the term butterfly effect, it's like, whoa, dude, that's so cool. Like bong hit thoughts. Whoa, dudes. Like, but this, it's like, holy shit, all of these terrible people, not by their own doing, but by the not like, not that they don't need to take responsibility for their actions, but to see how like hurt people. It's like, dude, what the fuck? How do you fix this? How does this get any better? Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not even gonna. There's no shot I put this out, but it's just terrifying to think about the fact that unless you can help every one person, like every single person, there's just gonna be bad people in the world because they're created. Like it's all like circumstantial, but that idea that this is fucking terrible. I gotta restart this. It's that is it is. I mean, it is hilarious that like 6 in the morning. I was like, let me dive into this topic. This is a good starter to the day. Now I've just gone down some fucking rabbit hole of anxiety. Like, holy shit, we're all gonna fucking die. Everyone's terrible. I think what it is I just see different people having kids, and it's like my siblings, and it's like I don't know. I mean, honestly, like my my brother, I could see having kids. He's like the most normal out of all of us. I think like by the third time, my parents finally figured it out. And it's not anything like bad. There's nothing terrible about my life. It was just overbearing parents. Literally, that's it. It was just helicopter parents. That's all it was. I have nothing to complain about. I'm not depressed. Fuck you. There it is. There's the comedy. I'm fine. I'm just talking into a microphone to no one. I'm sitting in a van by myself, living alone, with no one, none of my friends around me. Basically, ran across the country, ran away from my problems. I'm good. I'm totally fine. But hey, that's why we have this. That's why we're screaming into the ether. All right, soft white underbelly. You got me. You put me in a fucking nego prison. I was crab swirling. Fuck you. It's pretty it's nuts. It's nuts to have someone fuck other people up so much. And like the shit that I was listening to, it's like they're like talking about kind of like, it gets into past lives and how this one like the one that's kind of taking care of like the other like fucked up ones. It's insane. It's the blind leading the blind. That's why it's tough to talk about this because basically it's gonna be like me like making fun of and ripping on them, but just know that that would be like if I had a kid right now. Like I feel the same fucking way about that. Like I would fuck this kid up. Like just the immediate I would like there would be so much going on in my life. I wouldn't know what to do. I would immediately take all of my anger out on this child. The vibes would not be good. Like so this one like it's kind of basically the mom like made her promise never to like get married, only to take care of this family. It's like, dude, what the fuck? And the parents were fucked up too, I think. So that's like the crazy part is just it just perpetuates itself. And you just hope that somehow it stops. That's legit. Like that's the fucking election that's coming up. It's just like, well, I don't think either of these are the best candidates, so I'm just gonna hope that maybe in the future, maybe in 4 years we come around to our senses. It's like what the fuck? Like I'm not doing anything to help that. I was talking to my friend about that, and she's like I'm like I basically have to vote because like I kind of want like autonomy over my own body. I'm like, all right, pretty good point. Pretty good point. They have kind of made the issue so divisive that it's like, well, I kind of want just like my basic human rights. So I feel like I need to vote. She's like, must be nice, like that you don't have to vote. And I'm like, ah, fuck. She's right. It is kind of nice. It is kind of nice that I have like all of my faculties around my body. Fuck, I can even make my body do different shit that my body is literally telling me like maybe it's best if you don't get it up tonight. Maybe you fucked enough. Maybe you just need to like chill the fuck out, man. Maybe you don't need to have any more kids. Mother Nature kind of did a check-in and just kind of crossed your name off the reproductive rights list. So, but anyways, here's some chemicals that were meant to make your heart stronger, but it'll get your dick hard too. There you go. Keep popping those fucking dumbass Mormon kids out. Just ricochet shots at the Moes. My bad, Moes. Welcome to Moes. That's what they say coming into Utah. The Utah sign. That's what I call the Mormons, the Moes. I don't get the religious thing. I don't get it. I don't understand how. I mean, that's not true. I absolutely understand it. It's a complete opposite. I do understand it. I think what's fucking crazy, because what I'm realizing is that I do understand it. It makes sense. It comes down to just not having awareness of oneself, like not asking questions. Like back to the Whitakers, it's like when they're talking, there's no like there's no conversational aspect to the conversation. There's no like back and forth. It's like it's like it's very like yes or no questions, and if it's not and it's a thoughtful question, there's like maybe 10 words, two sentences. Trying to think of an example that is in the video without having to like pull it up. But it's like here's what it is. It's something along the lines of, and it's not exactly how I described it, but it's like, "Oh, you have a garden, Lorraine? Yeah. You want to show me it? Like you want to show me the garden? It's over there." It's like, "Yeah, I know, but we can have a conversation about it." She's like sitting in her chair, and these people are not physically well off. Like they are crippled human beings, and it's fucking hard to watch. But they can still walk. Maybe they don't have the energy. Honestly, like that's probably it. It's just and I didn't realize how small they were. Like they all are very very short, slender, like just malnourished. it's horrifying to watch, and I know that this is like a privileged thing to say. I get that, but I'm saying it out loud just so it's there are like that's I don't understand how people complain about taxes. I don't understand how I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand how you can look at something. Maybe they've just never seen it. But that's impossible with today's like with social media. You have to like the amount of homeless individuals that are just around to and I'm not just and it's not just homeless people obviously. Like these are people in rural West Virginia. It's not exactly urban. You know what I'm fucking saying? It happens everywhere. No, I wasn't making a that wasn't a you know what I'm saying like racially. I'm just saying there's like a difference when you think of like poverty in urban areas, homelessness, drug use in the sense of like feels like it's more well, actually that's not true. But so not so much drug use, but like the type of people living on the streets kind of like that oh, that's part of the city. It doesn't but it's just as fucking terrifying out just cuz they have a structure, a a barely considering like barely considerably you can barely consider this thing a roof over their head, but all of a sudden like we don't need to worry about that. Like I don't understand how like what the fuck are we doing? You know what I mean? You get me? You feel me? Like what the fuck? And I this probably just has to do with like the whole politics thing that's like, you know, it's November 4th right now. So on the 5th election day and it's like we gotta vote. We gotta make a difference. And I'm okay. I'm hearing more. I don't know. Honestly, I hear both sides equally. To be completely honest, even I was gonna say like being in Portland, it's like oh yeah, it's all the the blue hairs, but it's not. Like I see just as many Trump flags and shit. It's very much like New York in the sense of like all right, it's red in the rural areas. That and it's the same everywhere. I know. I get it. I get it. But what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck, guys? How is this real life? This fucking dumbass wants to just be a dictator. Very clear. Do I think it's going to happen? I sure fucking hope not. I don't think it will. I think that's why there's checks and balances. And as long as there's another side that is just as vocal, that I think that's the thing. There's just going to perpetuate. And that's like, I'm not like, no, there's not. He's not going to. If Trump gets voted in, he's not going to become a dictator. That's not how the government works. There's checks and balances. So, although I do think they have the courts, I don't know what the representation is in the House. But see, this is how they fucking get you. This is how they get you. It's like you start worrying about it. It's like, well, I have to vote. I just think it's people that are unhappy. I I think it's just people that are unhappy and they don't know what to do and it's like who can I fucking blame? Well, this guy's telling me I can blame the left. Okay, well, this lady's telling me I can blame the right. But we're all still fucking going to Walmart. We're all still buying shit from Amazon. We're all just creating these monopolies and just letting it happen. Like it feels like it comes down to like economics, but we're all fucking worried about what fucking flag these guys are flying. Whether it's fucking Trump daddy or Mamala. It's a joke. Life is a joke. I don't know what else to. I'm like, I just needed a rant. There's no comedy. The comedy in this is that I'm fucking 31 and still fucking figuring this shit out. The comedy is that I just was wholly unprepared for life, and my dad's like, I don't even know, in his 60s and still not fucking figuring it out. I just can't talk enough shit about politics. It's so fucking dumb. All right. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. We're not just gonna complain when talk shit. We're gonna find a solution. We're gonna figure out a solution right here, right now. Okay. Here we go. This is how we learn. We go down the road, we peek under some bushes, find a couple berries maybe, eat them, feel incredibly sick, learn not to eat those berries, and then keep going down the road. Get distracted by a stick, almost fall off a cliff. We say, okay, we're not going to get too distracted anymore. Oh my God, look at those clouds. And then finally, after laying there for an hour and cloud watching, not getting injured, we continue on our trip. All right, here we go. It's like burp into the microphone. Get used to it. You're not supposed to be listening to this anyways. Get out of here. All right. What were we talking about? We're going to fix it. We're going to come up with that was it. We're going to come up to a solution. Come up with a solution. All right. Here we go. We don't want politics. We don't want politics. What was it? Who was it? Tommy J? Tommy J? Tommy Jeff? Jeffy T? Thomas Jefferson? Didn't he say like a two-party system would ruin us or whatever the fuck? But we got to vote. Like, we got to figure out someone. Well, shit. All right, skipping a couple steps ahead. Maybe we don't have to find one person. All right, maybe we work backwards. This shit doesn't work. So maybe one person doesn't have to be in charge. Maybe each one of us comes up with our own set of values, but then it's like, okay. But then each person could have their own fucking set of values, and my values could be like, I get to fucking punch you in the face whenever you make me feel a certain way. I don't like what you just said to me. It makes me feel angry. Bam. Don't kill the messenger kind of thing. Okay, that doesn't work. But we do, what are the things called? The natural laws. The laws of self awareness. I don't actually know if that's what they're called. But I've heard it before. I think it's like natural law. It's basically like not impinging on any like human beings right to like live. I don't know if it's like happiness because then it's like, well, what makes you happy? Killing people. Okay, well, hang on. Hold up. Whoa. Pause. Time out. Time. Hey, time. Respect the time. Respect the time. Put the knife down. Respect the time. Respect the time out. Flag on the play. Oh, I just got stabbed. Fuck. Fuck. All right. So you shouldn't be hurting anyone. Okay, let's think of a scenario. I want this land. Okay, well, that's someone else has already claimed the land. Like, we're going back to like colonialization. We're going to start at the beginning and we're going to work ourselves back up. Figure out where the issues lie. Okay. So, all right. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. All right. So, we're taking land. We're colonizing. Oh, hang on. Can't colonize. Can't do that. But you're also starving. So, and self-preservation is like the one pinnacle of this. If anything that I have learned from the world is that self-preservation is key. There are certain instances of people, martyrdom. They're like of them like sacrificing themselves. But let's go with the vast population, right? Because we gotta try to fucking figure all this shit out with everyone in the world. There's gonna be outliers of really good people. Sick. That doesn't do shit. Still wars going on. I'm pretty sure Mother Teresa was alive at one point. So fuck out of here with that. We can't have these like idols. Everyone has to have their own set of values. And it has to be a certain set of values that doesn't impinge on anyone or infringe whatever the fuck the word is on anyone else's rights. So what do we got? We want the land, they have the land. We can't take the land because it's their land. They don't want to give it up to us. I guess this is stupid. We're getting to like the Native American thing, but even then that was violent. So it's not like they had that shit on lock anyways. I wonder if it's like if it has to do a lot with the fact that there was like an unknown. Like but that's the thing. I don't think like even within the tribe, I don't think it was very like fucking harmonious. I just think it was like, all right, well, we got to deal with all of these guys. That's why it's like okay, so they didn't have it all fucking figured out. But so there is a certain level of I have this. I have this amount, I have X amount of dollars. Someone that can get me food and I can live comfortably off that. So someone comes in and has nothing. They're starving, whatever. They shouldn't take what I have, but by the same token, on the flip side, by the same token, you get it. There is a sense of they're gonna fucking steal my shit if they can't eat. They're not just gonna die peacefully. Like I would hope that at a certain point in my life, I'm just gonna be like, all right, I'm out, deuces. They're gonna be like, oh, you're leaving? Be like, yep, taking off, bye, leave the party, and then just fucking boop into the sunset, baby. Just at a certain point, being okay with just cashing out. So, but you're not gonna want to fucking. I certainly didn't do it early in my life before I had gotten a taste of this shit. There was no shot. I was making it through. I was making it to adulthood for sure. That's when the fun starts. This shit sucks. You're in prison until you're kind of off in college, and then still you're on probation. True, but then you're in the halfway house. Then after that, you still owe your parents for your education that they paid for or took loans out for, whatever. So then you're on probation. Once you've paid off those financial debts, that's when you're truly free. That's when the true fun starts to happen. That's when it starts popping off. All right. So You can't take the land. You can't take their food. You can't just fucking take their shit. But on the flip side, I'm hungry. I need to eat. Please give me some of your food. Please, for the love of God. But then it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. I'm just a guy in a fucking van. Please don't make me do this. This is what the politicians are supposed to fucking figure out. Why am I the one doing this right now? What the fuck? It just makes no sense. Like, yeah, the US was at its healthiest right after we killed a bunch of fucking Germans and those pesky Japanese. Tax rates were at its highest, industry was booming. There was enough. But you also just can't force people to, fork over their hard-earned dollars. You need them to without a purpose. That's what it is. That's what it is. They need we need to give rich people a purpose to give up 90% of their money. And the purpose can't be torches and pitchforks, guys. Hey, put them down. Stop. I heard the lighter. I heard it. Set it down. Set it down. Take a hit of the bong. Relax. I know you got one there. Stop sharpening the pitchforks. Put the flint rock down. Everyone just relax. Can't be that way. Can't do the force. We don't like it. We don't like the prima nocta. They don't want to get stabbed. We all want to just live. Want to exist and be happy. Maybe that's the key. You can't be happy. Not everyone can be happy. There has to be balance in the world. All right. Okay. So who are we going to fuck up? Who gets shit on so that I can be happy? This is so fucking dumb. I just needed a rant. Because, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I don't know who. You guys can't have so much fucking money. By you guys, I mean kind of myself. Like, but again, I'm not complaining about my taxes. I'm not. I'm not complaining. It's. I would like it to go maybe less to like self-defense. I think we're kind of okay in that area. I mean, not right now, but it certainly feels like we have a lot of enemies. But it's like if we just maybe had less enemies, we wouldn't need to spend so much money on defending ourselves. So, I don't know. Fucking smart people, figure it out. It's. I don't feel like it's that hard. I don't think it's that complex. I don't know. Worry about your fucking dividends less and give a shit more about your fucking family. Then you wouldn't create such a dickhead son. Or daughter for that matter. Equality. Hashtag equality. Whatever. Just a rant. Fuck politics. It's so fucking dumb. Hope and change. Make America great again. They're all the fucking same, dude. Nothing's gonna change. Nothing changes. I'm sure everything changes. I'm sure at some point we'll fucking figure it out. But it's not happening right now. It's not gonna happen in the next 4 fucking years. Dude, I just. Anarchy! Fucking Ricky Bobby. No rules! I'm with those fucking kids. I want to fucking I want a piece of that hose. I want to just lose my shit, paint my face, just run around screaming anarchy. Oh God. Don't vote. Don't vote. You're supposed to say, "Oh, everyone should vote. Everyone and then you kind of have everyone needs a voice." Fuck that. It's not good. It hasn't been good for a while. Don't remember the last time it was good. Like good as in good candidates, real candidates. Until there's some sort of like transparency. Well, I guess there kind of is on the right. Kind of know he wants to be a dictator. No, he's not. That's not. He doesn't actually mean. Yes, he does, dude. Yes, he fucking does. And look, I'm not voting. So if he becomes a fucking dictator, we could have fucking changed this. Everyone could have taken part on the left, and I feel like I grew up more on the left side, so I have a certain just disdain for the left because it is this like, well, they're just uneducated. They don't understand. It's like, no, dumbass, you don't understand. You don't understand your own self. You're not aware. You don't understand that there are realities that people see that plays a part into their experiences, play a part in their beliefs. You're not going to change their beliefs unless you change their experiences, you fucking moron. They're just uneducated. Send them to school. They don't know how to do 2 plus 2. That's all it is. They just didn't go through the biology course. That'll change everything. Jesus fucking Christ. No, dude. Like they just got to go to school. That's why we need a federal like educational system. It's like I don't think that really fucking helped you, brother. I don't see you with many fucking friends. And yeah, I'm talking about my parents at this point. You guys suck so bad. You can barely hold a conversation with people. And honestly, that's probably just a projection of myself. They have friends. And they honestly, the friends that they have like are seem likable. Like I kind of enjoy their company. So why is it that they can have this like loving family? Like I don't know. I don't know how you can be friends with people that are just so. I do. I do know how. You're just kind of a part of it. That's who I was for so long. Was just this tag along that brought nothing to the group except other people. Certainly an introducer of individuals. I guess I'm not giving myself enough credit. But the point being is that there are other people around you that I feel like make you interesting. And those are the people that they're actually after. Hey, what's going on with your family? Yeah, bring the whole family over. We'll do like Thanksgiving together. It's like you can't they don't feel like they're going to just hang out with like some buds. Like have like a friend over and just chill. Like I'll go over to like my buddy's house and just fucking hang out. I don't think my parents do that. It's always like let's go get lunch. Someone I haven't seen in a while, like my mom. Let's go get lunch. My dad, like, we'll meet up at like the Christmas party or whatever. I don't know. It's just like it's so unlikable. They're just uneducated. Like, no, dude, you're uneducated. We're all uneducated to a certain extent in some area. So to say that you're uneducated, it's like, what do you mean by that? I know what you mean by that, but do you understand what you mean by that? Honestly, yeah, I do think you understand what you mean by that. But that just shows that You lack awareness. These people, these people's experience is nothing but what the fuck do I have out here? There's no goddamn jobs. The jobs that there are aren't paying. So like, what the fuck? Whose fucking fault is it? Because I was born into this and I didn't ask to fucking be here. It's like, can you blame them? No. Can you blame the undesirables? Jesus Christ, guys. Fuck you. Also, fuck you guys that are racist. Like, there also needs to be awareness on the other side to, like, oh shit, this is my. I had a kid too young. Well, fuck, what am I going to do now? Like, I'm in this situation. How do I make the most of it? It's like, I shouldn't fucking be here. That's why it's like, it's like, well, we're better than them. We're educated. It's like, okay, well then fucking fix their problems. Because, like, just calling them fucking names doesn't help. It's like, we're so much. It's like, okay, well, if you are better than, then fix it. If you are the fucking god that you think you are, figure it out. Smart people, figure it out. Oh, God, it's so fucking frustrating. Well, you have to vote. You have to vote. It's like, no, I don't. It hasn't worked up till this point, and we've had time to fucking fix it. I'm 31, and I'm a moron. There's way smarter people than me. And nothing happened up until this point, and nothing's going to happen moving forward. And what I'm saying, like when I say that, like, oh, we're not progressing. There's money in politics. Whatever that fucking case was, I don't remember the Supreme Court case. It was like, fuck, what was it? I really want to look it up. Federal court case. Hey Siri, what was the federal court case that involved money in politics? Hey Siri, what was the federal court case that involved money in politics? What the fuck, Siri, you bitch? Oh, now you want to respond? Dumbass Apple. Tim Cook, you couldn't help me out there? Federal court case that involved money in politics. Citizens United, that's it. I like when that when the verdict came back the way it did. I don't know if there's like a verdict, but decision, I guess. And it was like, yep, money's free speech. It's like, dude, I to come up with that is I don't know the arguments. I don't know the arguments, but you know, one person, one voice, like one person, one vote. It's not you don't get more votes the more dollars you have. It seems pretty fucking cut and dry, dude. And if like the way around it is just like, okay, everyone can donate this much dollars and just make that fucking amount like way more than everyone else. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just fucking dumb. It's like you're not even hiding. You're not even choosing a route that legally would make sense. I mean, obviously they fucking did because that the decision was what it was. But I see that as a very like big turning point in American politics. Like I think up until that point we could have fixed it. Like that decision could have fixed I feel like a lot. And the reason I say that is because money makes the world go around, man. Money buys doesn't buy happiness, but it buys shelter, food, And those things at a base level bring you happiness. So it's like I'm whatever the fucking Maslow's hierarchy of needs shit is, but it's like obviously like that won't do forever. Like at some point you might lose perspective or need more, but at a certain level your basic needs can be met with money. Therefore, money is the most important thing. Money is power. And when more people can exercise that power over our voting process, and then but then it's like, okay, well, how do you fix that? Well, you gotta here's that fucking word again, educate people. Now I mean it in the sense of, bring bring a process of awareness to an individual, educate someone on how to be aware of, like, okay, well, if this, then this. So how do we change this? Okay, well, what is this path that we're gonna go down? And just like conscious like thought processes. I don't fucking know. But like feels like that's not gonna happen because then you have to change the entire education system, and that's a whole federal fucking machine. So here we go again with this, government power type shit. And you can't be a libertarian either, because that's just being a fucking child. I don't want to pay for anything. It's like, well, we need fucking roads, dumbass. You fucking imbecile. I get it. You want to be a 6-year-old and be like, I don't want to share my toys. This is mine. It's like, all right, well, is it yours or did you just get there first? Who really bought that? Is it the daycare centers? Yeah, so it's not yours. Fuck you, you little prick. But that's like a 35-year-old. That's me. That's a 31-year-old man that lives in Denver, Colorado. Just moved out there and wears a Patagonia vest and is a public accountant. This is mine. You can't have it. I don't want to pay income tax. Income tax is stealing. All right. You watch a couple YouTube vids on the Whiskey Rebellion and decide to pick up the fucking pitchforks. And by pitchforks, I mean just yap at everyone that comes within contact with that cheerses your fruity IPA. Hey, my name's Chase, and I think the income tax is stealing. All right, Bryce. We shouldn't have to pay so much. Okay, Paxton. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Smart people. Figure it out. All right. So to recap, what do we have? We started on the fucking inbred family of the U.S., moved on to politics, which I feel like kind of go hand in hand pretty well because everyone's so fucking dumb. Everyone is so fucking uneducated. There we go. What was that? Fuck, I gotta listen to this back. This was a wild one. What a roller coaster. It's a wild ride. All right. Bye.